Welcome back to another video, and today I'll be doing an experiment. I have to make a roof for this little this little building here. It is HO scale, and I want the roof to look like what's on the box. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can raise it a little. There we go. I want the roof to look like what's on this box. As you can see, it's angled down, and it has like these roof. It's got like these roof shingles. There we go. It's got like these roof shingle things, and so what are you gonna call them? Like roof tiles or whatever. So I was gonna use this hard piece of styrene here for the main base of the roof, and this more flimsy one I was gonna cut into the strips and make it the strips of the roof. So on this piece here, you can see where the pencil lines are. I already measured it out, so I'll be cutting there first. And I'm not going to use an X-Acto knife. I have one of those, like a flat table cutter things, with the bigger knife, so that way I can hopefully get it in one big, even cut. Okay. Alrighty, so for this part, I accidentally drew the draw line down here at the bottom. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little before it first, just to make sure. Sweet. And then I'll just cut. Sweet. Alright, I was right on it. Let me go back here, make sure the width is fine. It's just a little off, so I'm just going to trim a little bit at a time until eventually I'm at the desired width. So if you guys just saw in the time lapse, I did cut these a little short. And when I mean a little, I kind of mean a lot. So I recut them, and you see also the edges are all boogered up. So I recut them, and these fit just great. And so while I was doing that, I also I cut some of the roof strips. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just glue them one by one on top of each other. Then when they're done being glued, I'm going to snip them. But they'll be layered. They'll be layered just like this. So they'll all go right on top of each other, just like that. And there will be a part 2 of this video, and that part 2 will be painting the roof and painting the building. I probably will end up hand painting the building, and then the roof I'll probably use spray paint, and then they do have textured spray paint, so to get that textured roof, I'll probably do the textured spray paint. And I also put in these center beams, this beam right here, so that way when you put the roof down, it's got something to mount to. Alrighty, when we come back, the roof shingles, whatever you want to call them, will be on, and it should be an easy process, just kind of layering them over each other and then cutting the end. Alrighty, so I finished it, and as you see, the roof is not perfect, but I think that it'll work for this building. And I gotta do a little bit touch up before I paint it, but you can see how it kind of looks like it's sloping down, and that's on both sides. There was a lot of gluing, a lot of trimming. I had a sand too. I got my sandpaper actually taped down here. So the roof is not glued in yet. It's a very snug fit, which is actually what I wanted it. I wanted it to be a snug fit. So I'm just going to let it sit in there for a while, so the roof can in some spots, as you can see here, some perfect seams. So I'm just going to let it sit in there. And then, like I said, there'll be a part 2, and that'll be actually painting it. I'm thinking about going with a paint where the building itself will be brown, and then I'll do the doors and the windows green. And then I'll also be putting in the windows, which this kit, I'm pretty sure it does come with these plastic sheets. Yes, indeed it does. So, we have a couple of these the kit comes with, and then from there you'll just trim them. And then, when you put them in, it'll look like windows. So that'll also be in part 2, which will basically just be the painting process and the windows. And I'm still debating on painting the roof, either spray paint or hand paint. I'm going to ultimately do the building will be hand painted with some craft paint, probably testers. Just let me know if you guys have any recommendations for any paints. And then the roof I'll either spray paint or hand paint. But I know that there's a texture spray paint out there and that might look kind of good. So just let me know what you guys think. This is how the project's coming out so far. And stay tuned for part 2. That'll come out in hopefully another week or so. Thank you for watching, guys, and hope you have a good day.